welcome back. This is By the Book, and we're married relationship coaches. I'm Sant.
I'm Sel.
And we're talking about Love is Blind, Season 3. I guess we'll go ahead and give Zanab the attention that she's looking for on TikTok. You guys have probably already seen. If you haven't, we'll go ahead and show you at least a still of her TikTok post. And yeah.
It's just sad.
Like, what is she doing? I don't know what it is that she's trying to accomplish. I don't get it. So she says, you guys can see, you're in my comments, mentions, DMs about him being cold. I'm having coffee with his ex-wife. But why though? Like, it makes no sense. And I'll get into it, but I'll just read the rest of what she said here at the bottom. Respectfully, we are not the same. Disrespectfully, we both don't want that. Is that what she said? Hard to read the bottom. But yeah. And then she's got Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise, playing in the background just for good measure.
I used to like that song. I used to like that song.
I mean, just
she's spoiling it for me.
We're not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about this. But it's like I said, I do feel like it's the attention that she just wants for whatever reason. Maybe SK and Raven have been too prominent for her and she can't springboard her TikTok, Instagram career because Raven and SK are still in the spotlight. I don't know what it is. But we were all past this, right? Like, she attacked Cole. She made her point known. She said that she was body shamed. She gave her example. She doubled down. She gave us this, passive aggressive, non-apology apology to all of the internet, running down exactly how she felt. Our triggers are not the same as hers, and we're keyboard warriors. But ma'am, what are you doing? Like, is she not trying to be a keyboard warrior here? And what are you doing playing Gangsta's Paradise? Like,
I used to like this song.
What is the relevance of that? Like, to tell us we don't want this? Like, what, we don't want smoke with you? Girl, what? I don't know, y'all. Make any kind of sense for us, because I'm not understanding. It's like she wants to present, like with that previous post that I just talked about, where she gave that passive-aggressive non-apology to the whole internet. She kind of wanted to present herself. I took it as like she's above the whole thing. She believes herself to speak well. She said it as much on the interview that she had. So she expressed herself fully. And why not leave it at that? Like, why does she have anything? Because obviously she's addressing us as the internet population again.
Yeah.
If you're rising above it, then stay above it. Because if you're jumping back down into the fray and playing Gangsta's Paradise, then we gonna bring the smoke again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just stay where you were. Nobody was really checking for them. Nobody was bothering them. Sure, we all have our opinions about Cutie Gate or Orange Gate, whatever you want to call it. I think people broke more in Cole's favor than hers, but she certainly had her set of supporters as well. In terms of him possibly body shaming her. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. All we can do is really state our opinions. But when you come out and then say, you just stalked this man's ex-wife, I say stalk because it just comes off really weird. But, you found her, apparently, and now you're having coffee with her. Why?
And why announce it?
That too. But why do it? In the first place? But yeah, absolutely. You don't have to tell us about it. We don't need to know. And you didn't even say anything of substance that came from the conversation. So if she were trying to allege, you know what? I met up with Cole's ex-wife and she said that he body shamed her throughout the marriage. So just so you all know, this is his MO. This is the type of guy he is. I wasn't wrong. I'm not crazy. Kind of like for some level of vindication. I could almost see if she did that.
I don't know about vindication, but I know vindictive when I say it.
Yeah.
And let me say, Zanab, you're not a gangster.
She's a keyboard gangster,
Yeah,
like she tries to accuse all of us of being.
Not even one of those. I mean, I know gangsters. I grew up around gangsters. You're not that. So you're not about that life. So stop trying to pretend. And you had me on your side for most of the season, to be honest with you.
Right.
And because I did see some of the things that Cole was saying, and then his immaturity level.
Yes.
You had me on your side until the wedding thing.
Yeah.
And I don't support that, and I never will. You bum rush that guy at the altar, to have your woman of power moment. I guess I don't know what that was.
And to be fair, it wasn't about his tears. She kind of tried to make it like, oh well, he just turned on the waterworks, and you guys all felt sorry for him. And I don't think that's what it was. I think we could look at that objectively for what she did and what she said. And his tears were not important to me in terms of like, wow, did you just blindside this guy like that? Did you just embarrass him purposefully on TV and in front of his friends and his family? And then to come back onto the reunion show and do the same thing, not to mention have other cast members turned against him. That is the issue. And then Cutygate just adds insult to injury, where we're like, okay, this didn't really play out the same way that you said that it did. So yeah, I mean, that's what it is. But if she feels the need to defend herself, I guess that's okay. But this was a super weird way to do it in meeting up with his ex-wife. And my husband and I did speak briefly about this before we shot the video, but I'm like, okay, if she were married to him and she were trying to gather some kind of useful information, like, how do I approach him? I don't know him that well yet, as well as you might have known him. What things could be beneficial to me to learn about him? And, so we can grow together, so we can have a successful and healthy marriage. I could respect that. I wouldn't do it, but I could respect it if that's what she was doing. But you're an ex-fiance. What is the use in talking to his ex-wife except to like gang up on him so you can compare notes of negativity?
Yes. That's it.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
That's it. She's actually kind of coming off as a bully or something right about now.
She is.
And again, you're not a gangster, Zanab.
She was gangster enough to Cole.
Yeah, she did bring him down and make him cry, but you're not a gangster. And you said that you were in therapy. From my standpoint, it doesn't look like it's working for her. So you might need to find yourself another therapist.
I mean, she probably isn't being honest with the therapist about at least presenting an objective point of view. If she gets in front of her therapist and she's going to just say, Cole did this, and this, and the therapist isn't able to dig deeper with her, then what can she get out of it? That means she's really not prepared to be in therapy.
Well, I don't know any therapist that's going to let someone else, let someone come into their session and complain about somebody else. I don't know, not any good ones anyway. It's time to talk about you. What are your issues? What are your faults?
Well, I think she can talk about, she'll probably talk about how she feels, what she felt about that. She can sit there and, talk about missing her parents and that experience that's had on her. But I highly doubt she's going to run down the way that she tore that man down at the altar, the way that we saw it. Now, if the therapist watches it on TV, maybe they'll have some extra words for her. But, if it's just up to her, I think she's going to spin her perspective the same way that she spent her perspective to all of us about cuties. It's going to be the same thing. And if you get a jaded perspective spent to you, it's still difficult, I think, even as a counselor, to dig beyond that. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not a counselor, but It's tough. But I hope that she told them that, hey, I decided to meet up with his wife. Because again, I will say this time and again, for what? And then like you just said, why are you telling us about it? What do you intend to gain from this? Or are you just trying to be cute on TikTok?
I don't know.
I mean, she looks nice. I'll give her that much. She looks great. She looks fine on the show.
She looks like a villain.
Villain. That's how we perceive her to be. But I mean, just physically, she looks fine. So maybe she's trying to get, just her face out there. I don't really know what's going on, but it's super weird. If you can tell me any reason that you as an ex-fiance would have a reason to talk to somebody's ex-wife or just ex-girlfriend to ex-girlfriend, for what? If you're not trying to be with that person, then make that make sense.
I don't get it. I don't think I'm going to get it. And I'm okay with not getting it. You probably need to rename her or something. I don't know. Cruella. Maleficent. I knew it was coming. But she's coming off as a straight villain. And I don't fully understand it.
Yeah.
This whole thing, how long it's been like a year and a half since the whole... And they were only engaged for like a month?
Right. But now is when she's getting all the internet negativity. And I think that she's not coping with it very well. I think that it is bothering her, despite the fact that she's trying to pretend like it doesn't. It bothers her that she looks bad to other people. And so she's kind of lashing out at everybody else. But, I mean, is that supposed to hurt us somehow? Like, we're not the same? I don't want to sit down with his ex-wife. So that's fine with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very bizarre, you guys. I feel like she's spinning out of control right now. And for those people who support her, she's going to lose them.
Maybe.
By
Some
behaving.
people are dug in.
Yeah, maybe. But the people who are on the fence, it's going to be like, okay, now she's doing too much. Yeah. Now she's doing extra. She's going overboard.
Yeah.
So... I apologize, guys, for my gravelly voice. I'm under the weather. So, we'll just wrap it here. Let us know your thoughts, because we thought it was super bizarre that she came out with that. If you can come up with a reason, a justification, something that makes sense, I would love to hear it. Or if you just think she's going a little cuckoo.
She's living in a gangster's paradise. That's it. Cruella.
I need her to go back home.
No, she need to get her money back from that therapist. That's what she need to do. All right. Oh, sorry, baby. Go ahead.
That's it, guys. Okay. I'm just going to ask you guys to drop those comments below, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.